A Fat Removal Cosmetic Surgery Guide. Chapter 1. Cosmetic surgery to remove fat doesn't work. Cosmetic surgery to remove fat doesn't work. Obesity surgery to shrink the size of your stomach is not cosmetic surgery. Doctors can suck some fat cells out of the body or do a tummy tuck mostly to fix the loose skin after obesity or pregnancy, but a fat cell can get infinitely big, so it doesn't matter if they suck out some fat cells. The remaining ones will just expand as you gain weight. Body dysmorphic disorder info/BDD. Body dysmorphic disorder is something like a normal or skinny woman looking in the mirror seeing a fat person or a muscular guy thinking he's puny and not muscular enough. A lot of these people become cosmetic surgery junkies. These people have a distorted image of their body. It's a mental illness, probably brought on by the messages they got from pop culture society. Pop culture entertainment overemphasizes fashion, look and being cool. They say it's an obsessive-compulsive, anxiety illness. A BDD person always feels that they're not beautiful, that their body looks bad. If they have a pimple, they obsess over it, thinking everyone is looking at it. BDDcentral.com. Liposuction/lipoplasty. Removing excess fat by excision is called lipectomy, while suction is called liposuction. Liposuction is the process of removing excess fat from various areas of the body via small, hollow instruments called cannulas. All liposuction is temporary. Unless you exercise, you'll gain the weight back. During the procedure, the plastic surgeon uses a vacuum device to suction the unwanted fat deposits from SPC, areas of the body like the abdomen, the chest, the hips, buttocks, thighs, knees, upper arms, chin, cheeks, and neck. If only a small amount of fat is to be removed, the procedure can be performed using a local anesthetic. Removing large amounts of fat requires either regional anesthesia, which numbs a large area of the body, or general anesthesia. Before starting liposuction, the surgeon injects saline solution that contains epinephrine, which limits blood loss by constricting blood vessels. This technique reduces postoperative bruising. It is called tumescent liposuction. Some surgeons may use high-frequency sound waves to help break up the fat before it is suctioned. This technique is called ultrasonic liposuction. The surgeon makes a small incision and inserts a narrow tube into the body. Attached to the other end of the tube is a vacuum pump or a large syringe used to suction out the fat. The surgeon makes as many incisions as he needs to get at the fat. During the surgery, an gives fluids through a vein. The surgeon will close the incisions with sutures/stitches. There will probably be bruising, swelling, and some pain. There's a procedure imported from France called mesotherapy, which is sometimes referred to as liposuction without surgery. Proponents claim it literally melts fat away. Doctors use a cocktail of drugs approved for other uses and inject them into the patient's body about an inch apart wherever there's fat, namely the stomach and thighs. Imagine a checkerboard on your stomach. The doctor would inject a dose of the drug at every corner of every square. Each session costs $500 and they say patients often go for 15 sessions, so it's expensive. There's a controversy as to whether it works or it's just the diet and exercise plan the doctor puts the patient on in addition to the procedure. asds-net.org/lipo-surgery.html. cnn.com/health. cnn.com/health/library/ds/0031 html. Though liposuction has improved to allow surgeons to remove some fat during the procedure, this body-shaping procedure isn't a treatment for obesity. Costa Rica liposuction.com, Costa Rica. dradibfar.com. liposuction.esurgery.us. liposuction-advances.com. liposuctionanswers.org. liposuctionclinic.co.uk. liposuction-consumer-guide.com. liposuctionn.ch. liposuction-prices.com. liposuction-southerncalifornia.com. Liposuctionsurgeons.net. liposuction-surgery-advice.com. lookingerbest.com/body contouring. medicinenet.com/liposuction/article.htm. mybeautifullegs.com. mybodypart.com/liposuction.html. tummy tuck/abdominoplasty. With gastric bypass surgery, the doctor cuts a piece of the stomach out there by shrinking it. A tummy tuck, also known as an abdominoplasty, doesn't go into the stomach organ. The doctor removes excess fat and skin around the midriff and in some cases tightens the muscles in the abdominal wall. A lot of women get tummy tucks after they finish having children. Abdominoplasty is only done when someone has excess abdominal skin as the result of either losing a lot of weight or the skin stretching during pregnancy. Abdominoplasty leaves a permanent, like a cesarean scar. The surgeon removes excess skin and fat and repositions the navel before closing the incision. advanced.com/mini-tummy-tuck.htm. plasticsurgeon411.com. plasticsurgery.org/public_education/procedures/abdominoplasty.cfm. plasticsurgery4u.com. Plastic Surgery Institute of California.com, Los Angeles. plasticsurgerypa.com. plasticsurgeryportal.com. r4md.com/cosmetic_surgery/tummytuck.html. tuckmont.com. tummy-tuck.biz, Los Angeles, CA. tummy-tuck.cosmeticplasticsurgeons.com.au. tummytuck.esurgery.us. tummy-tuck.tricosmeticsurgery.com. Chapter 2. Obesity, when fat threatens life. Obesity info. Eat, drink and be merry. Ecclesiastes 8:15, 9:7, 10:19. Eat, drink and be merry, for tomorrow you diet. Obesity, defined as the condition of being 20% or more over an individual's ideal weight, is the result of people eating more calories in food than they expend in energy. The excess is stored in fat cells, adipose tissue. Some research has confirmed that obesity has genetic and biochemical components. Obese people have a tendency to store extra calories as fat, where leaner people tend to burn up extra calories or convert them into muscle. When dieting, some obese people produce an enzyme that tend to make weight gain easier. Some burn calories too slowly, storing as fat any unused food energy. When many overweight or obese people diet, their bodies slow their metabolism even more, making it even harder to lose fat. The bottom line is that the excess weight comes from excess fat in the diet, so it comes down to how much food you eat and how much exercise you do. It comes down to a balanced lifestyle. There is something wrong in our society when people seem to lose the joy of releasing their natural energy and instead choose to sit around watching TV, playing video games, chatting with strangers on the internet and buying stuff at the mall, all the while neglecting their free spirits. This is my attitude and why I don't have much sympathy for fat people, because it's all their fault. Extra fat puts a strain on the heart, kidneys, and liver, as well as the large weight-bearing joints such as the hips, knees and ankles, which ultimately shortens the lifespan. Overweight persons are susceptible to diseases like coronary thrombosis, heart failure, high blood pressure, diabetes, arthritis, gout, and liver and gallbladder disorders. Obesity is sometimes also the result of disturbances of the thyroid or pituitary glands, but it's rare. The real cause is eating too much. Glandular disorders account for only about 2% of the total incidence of obesity. The truth about a low metabolism is that it is not inherent. You create your metabolism through what you do, what you eat, what you think, and how lean your body is. The leaner your body, the more muscle you have, which is good at burning energy. I believe weight loss is more about spirit than about mechanical rules for eating less and exercising more. You can't live a mechanical lifestyle where you feel deprived. You have to love what you do. It's the only you will lose weight permanently. Drink fruit and vegetable juices. Eat healthy foods. Foods to avoid are butter, cheese, chocolates, cream, ice cream, fat meats, fried foods and gravies, high carbohydrate foods like bread, candy, cake, cookies, cereal products, legumes, potatoes, honey, sugar, syrup, and rich puddings, beverages such as pop and alcoholic drinks. Honey mobilizes the extra deposited fat in the body and puts it into circulation, which is used as energy for normal functions. Try a honey lime juice fast. You lose weight without the loss of energy and appetite. Drink lemon juice. Cabbage is considered to be an effective home remedy for obesity. Tartaric acid inhibits the conversion of sugar and other carbohydrates into fat. Cabbage possesses the maximum biological value with minimum calorific value. It is easily digestible. Walking is the best exercise to begin with and may be followed by running, swimming, rowing and other outdoor sports. Adopt measures which bring on excessive perspiration such as sauna baths, steam bath, and heavy massage. They help to reduce weight. Develop a positive outlook on life. Obesity surgery/gastric bypass surgery info. The most common surgery for extremely obese people to help them lose weight is gastric surgery, where a piece of the stomach is tied off such that it's smaller than before, so it can only hold a little bit of food, which is processed through the intestines much faster than before. The person can only eat small meals after this for either life or until the surgery is undone, if this is possible. I've heard conflicting reports about this. In any case, the body will adapt somewhat. The smaller stomach will expand, so after an initial drastic weight loss, you might find yourself plateauing off. There are some possible side effects like regurgitation, not being able to keep food down, constant diarrhea and death for approximately 1 in 200 people who have the surgery. Gastric surgery is potentially dangerous because they make your stomach smaller, therefore you must eat less, and in some cases, you can't digest the food. It goes right through you, so you could die if you're not fed intravenously. I saw a guy on a TV talk show who went from a blimp to a beanpole and said that gastric surgery ruined his life because he can't keep anything in. All the foods he eats go right through him. He has to be fed intravenously. Try to lose the weight on your own before you do something as drastic as getting the surgery. An overweight friend of mine simply moved to the country and started hiking every day, losing over 100 pounds in 6 months, much better than gastrointestinal surgery, which would have left her damaged in some way. The other procedure is liposuction, where the doctor, usually a plastic or cosmetic surgeon, although other doctors do it too, removes excess fat directly from the body, usually the stomach, buttock, and thighs, manually by putting small incisions in the body, breaking some of the fat up and sucking it out with a tube. In general, the consensus is that most people gain the lost weight back rather quickly. Those fat cells are gone from that area forever, but the remaining fat cells just double and triple in size as the person continues to overeat. Some insurance companies cover gastric surgery, but very few cover liposuction because it's a cosmetic procedure. There are a few new experimental treatments around. There is procedure called lap band, where the stomach can be loosened or tightened by a doctor. There are now stomach pacemakers, where a little pacemaker is surgically implanted under the skin, then when the person eats, it sends signals for the stomach muscles to contract, thereby sending signals to the brain that the patient is full. Books about the disease of obesity are at number 616.398 at the library. For information about getting help with obesity surgery insurance problems, contact ossg-help-on-insurance@yahoogroups.com. ossginsurance@yahoogroups.com. 007secrets@egroups.com, listserv of post-operative gastric surgery patients. Obesity surgery websites. WLCenter.com, Weight Loss Surgery Center. SurgicalWeightLoss.net. WeightLossObesity.com. lapsef.com/California-morbid-obesity-surgery.php, California Gastric Bypass, California's Laparoscopic Associates of San Francisco. lapsef.com/Sacramento-Hyphen-Sacramento-Loss-Surgery.php, Sacramento weight loss surgery. livingafterwell.com. tlbc.ca. realizeband.com. cosmeticsurgeryconsultants.co.uk/obesitysurgery.htm. loseweightgainlife.co.uk/obesity/obesity.aspx. gastricband.com. healthierweight.co.uk. riverviewhealthinstitute.com/weight.htm. anywimageweightloss.com, serving New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. helioshealth.com. campwlc.org. wgtlossclinic.com, the weight loss clinic, offers information on gastric bypass surgery, doctors, and staff of the clinic. drrossfox.com, Northwest. surgcliniccentar.com, Central Arkansas. tlbc.ca. adoctorinthehouse.com, gastrosurgery for obesity. americanheart.org. asbp.org, American Society of Bariatric. asbs.org, Society for Bariatric Surgery. asds-net.org, Society for Dermatologic Surgery, necessary if you lose a lot of weight. bariatric-surgery/obesity/gastric-banding-cerebral-repair.htm. bestlapbanddoctors.com. chooseyourslapbandsurgeon.com. duodenalswitch.com. endowsec.com/pated/edtgs22.htm, gastric bypass diet. erikrause.com/obesity. facs.org, American College of Surgeons. homepages.ihug.co.nz/tilde-olwyn. iotf.org. lap-band-surgery.org. obesityhelp.com/content/wlsurgery.html. obesity-online.com/ifso, International Federation for the Surgery of Obesity. obesitysurgery.com. obesityuncensored.com. pvtlaw.com, deals with obesity surgery, whether your health insurance should cover it. text.nlm.nih/cdc/www/84text.html, statement promoting surgery for the morbidly obese. waynesmith.net, laparoscopic band weight loss surgery. weightlosssurgeryguide.com, wls-guide.com. who.in/dsa/justpub/justpub.htm, number sign obesity. yahoogroups.com/community/ossg. American Obesity Association. 1250 24th St. Northwest. Number 300. Washington, D.C. 20037. 898 obese. 202-776-7711. obesity.org. American Society for Bariatric Surgery. 7328 West University Avenue. Number F. Gainesville, Florida 32607. 352-331-4900. Fax 352-331-4975. info@asbs.org. asbs.org. American Society of Bariatric Physicians. 5600 South Quebec St. Number 109. Englewood, Colorado 80111. 303-779-4833. asbp.org. Weight Disorder Specialists. Gastroplasty Support Group. 657 Irvington Avenue. Newark, New Jersey 07106. 201-399-6031. 201-374-1717. Information about gastric surgery. Obesity Law Advocacy Center. San Diego. 619-656-56 5232. obesitylaw.com